pretty stream.
But they're watching right now. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We got Xorax and Logic on the mic.
Yes, I believe this is my first time actually commentating at a JTS event, even though this is the grind.
Yeah, that's pretty hype, man.
I'm holding a microphone. I feel
honored to be joining you here.
Oh, no problem. I feel honored to have a microphone instead of a headset. Times have changed. Times have changed.
We've gone backwards.
Yes.
We've regressed.
But anyway, we do
good to go.
have ColdWeather and Dingus Joe coming up. Gaming Watch versus Marth. I mean, obviously, ColdWeather does indeed have... I'm sorry. Well, is he Marth? He is Marth. He has Marth / Lucina. They're treated relatively the same. You play the matchup relatively similar as well. But it's really going to come down to, in my opinion, is, how is ColdWeather going to land? Because Gaming Watch has so many tools to keep Marth up in the air. Between up air, down tilt, up smash, which eats a hit, is just phenomenal.
Absolutely true. But yeah, Marth's disadvantage stage is definitely going to be one aspect of this matchup that's really important. But also important is who's going to win the neutral and how is Dingus Joe going to get in against this big sword that Marth is going to be swinging around. So it'll be pretty interesting to see things play out.
It's definitely true. And speaking of how he's going to get in, ColdWeather's just improved so much on his play as far as keeping people out and just landing with hitboxes that are relatively safe and beautiful, even though it was only like 5%. Just the awareness to just avoid it and not put himself in a disadvantage for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff by ColdWeather. Oh, and right now, Dingus Joe opening him up 74-26. Has Marth exactly where he wants him. Misses the free punish. We'll see if that comes back to bite him in the butt, and it does not. ColdWeather still on the defensive at the moment. And again, Dingus Joe just relentless on this onslaught. The up smash almost connecting. Is he going to read an air dodge? Does not read it. Still fishing for that kill.
Oh, and he's just looking for those air dodges, but they're just not quite. The air dodges are just not quite connecting. Ooh, and he jumps over him with the neutral air and gets caught with that up smash. That is a move you cannot challenge.
Yes, that's definitely true. I mean, it was only a matter of time. Dingus Joe was just so good at the neutral and resetting the situation that eventually an up air or an up smash was bound to connect.
Definitely. And I really like watching how ColdWeather has kind of picked up on some of Dexter's patterns of play in a way. Like that dash past you and then pivot grab out of shield. It's an option that I've seen Dexter go to a lot. Now I've noticed recently that ColdWeather himself is also picking that up.
Maybe that's one of the benefits of them teaming together at so many events now.
Definitely. I've definitely noticed that.
Reads the air dodge, not enough to kill him right now, but he's going to have a second attempt. Beautiful edge guard coming in from ColdWeather. Is he going to go for one more? He opts not to, and Dingus Joe now going to be able to reset the situation, having full rage, not where you want to be if you're ColdWeather.
Definitely, and Mr.Game is a character that's just known to have such a great recovery. Meanwhile, he's going to get caught with that tipper nair. Such good spacing from ColdWeather, and that's going to nab him a stock.
And speaking of that, ColdWeather was at a huge deficit prior to taking that stock. He did a phenomenal job of just kind of coming back and minimizing his damage.
Yes, absolutely. But he does find himself now at a pretty significant deficit, 73.
Yeah, and he was cornered, but it was only momentarily. ColdWeather does take stage control. Still looking for that opening, which it's really difficult when you are kind of at the disadvantage in percentages against Game & Watch and your Marth. Because you no longer keep your opponent out, you now have to find your way in.
Exactly. That's the thing I always say about Mr. Game & Watch is that makes him so annoying to fight against. Is when he has a lead, he's so hard to approach, but then when he's behind, he himself has a very difficult time approaching. So he's kind of a very... whoever has the lead in matchups with Mr. Game & Watch is pretty much always at a very significant advantage, just because they're likely going to have a really good time keeping the opponent out.
Right now, ColdWeather is doing a great job playing around Dingus Joe so well. Dingus Joe is Game & Watch. Game & Watch is very light. A tipper F smash can definitely take this stock right now, and he's maybe 20% away from losing a stock to a tipper Dancing Blade as well.
Yeah. But I'm loving all these B-reverse neutral B mix-ups coming in from ColdWeather in order to get down safely. It just looks so clean, and he's able to get himself out of a lot of bad situations with it.
It's definitely true. And it's really going to, I think, come down to who gets this next opening. Whether it's Dingus Joe or ColdWeather, I think the next opening is really going to decide who wins this round.
Yeah, if Dingus Joe gets a grab right now, that's probably lights out for ColdWeather. The Toot would likely connect at this percent and kill.
Yep. About 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. And, neither player has taken damage because neither of them want to make that commitment.
Exactly.
They're so afraid.
Yeah, Dingus Joe's playing so patiently right now. He knows at some point, ColdWeather, you have to come to me. Doesn't matter if it's now or 2 minutes from now, but you've got to come to me.
All right, and there was that opening. Is ColdWeather going to... He is able to land. Dingus Joe keeping that pressure, keeping ColdWeather at the edge, though. Using that bacon just to push him back a little bit more. ColdWeather finding his way over top, though, and kind of evening up that stage control.
Absolutely. He burns his double jump, but still manages to make it down safely.
Very unorthodox option, but that down air did indeed connect for Joe.
I like
so
it.
did the bacon, and the up smash will take it.
Yeah, he tried to land with that up air on Dingus Joe. Dingus Joe puts on that helmet, says, "You're not landing on this," and he kills him.
And, you know, Dingus Joe took both of those stocks with an up smash. I believe beating out an attack twice. So, you know, ColdWeather needs to kind of think about that going into the next match. If he can avoid the up smash, essentially Dingus Joe is going to have to find a new way to kill.
Yeah, and it can be hard for Game & Watch to get those kills. If he's not landing that toot or the up smash, he often has trouble killing his opponents because his stray hits don't kill that much.
Yeah.
He's mostly looking for a smash attack, you know, whether it's down smash, up smash, F smash, or toot.
He can edge guard, but it's very difficult to edge guard Marth because he has invincibility on the beginning of his recovery.
Exactly.
Which then puts you in a disadvantaged state.
Yeah, absolutely true.
ColdWeather drawing first blood, Dancing Blade just 13%, but Dingus Joe firing right back with that back air.
And I like this stage pick from ColdWeather. It's going to allow him to kill a bit earlier off the sides, which is something that his character, Marth, likes to do a lot.
He tried to up the out, and it did not pay off. So unfortunate for him.
Yeah. But meanwhile, Dingus Joe with Game & Watch is not going to be killing off the side as much. So I definitely understand the rationale behind this stage pick. And the win box from Game & Watch's up B gave ColdWeather a nice little boost back to stage. I always think that's really funny when that happens.
I'm pretty sure Dingus Joe went for an up air while he was down there expecting the up B to come out early. Good job on ColdWeather, kind of just maintaining composure and not doing it carelessly. But with that said, it doesn't seem to be mattering. Right now, Dingus Joe is just kind of outclassing ColdWeather. 97-22, 115-22, still
that was
chasing
such
him.
cute movement with that up B to get up there to chase him. You know what? This is Dingus Joe's first tournament in a long time, so I'm so impressed with how well he's playing right now and showing that just because he's been taking a break doesn't mean he's gotten any worse or he's any kind of slouch.
Looking for that up smash. 43-131, and I mean Dingus Joe has a huge lead, but you know ColdWeather still can turn things around. He's just a couple % away. He's 8% away from max rage for one. And Game & Watch being one of the lightest characters in the game, Dingus Joe definitely still has to choose his attacks wisely.
Definitely. I mean, a tipper up smash would definitely kill right now.
I wonder what a counter would do to that up smash.
What's that?
A counter to Game & Watch's up smash?
Oh.
That might actually take the stock.
Nah, I don't think so.
See some crazy stuff before. Oh, and ColdWeather a little afraid, not willing to go for that grab right there. It's the opening, but slowly he is turning the tide, 65-150. Game & Watch definitely.
Oh my God, that's
and he
kill.
does.
He didn't just die; he exploded off the side at like 75%. Unbelievable.
And that's what happens when you don't finish your play against Marth. Oh, and right now, Dingus Joe doing possibly the worst thing. The grab whiffed, and ColdWeather lost his stock for it.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know how he got out of that grab.
I was just going to say Dingus Joe was trying to force the kill, and, you know, ColdWeather was just going to keep tagging on the damage, but the whiffed grab actually giving, you know, I think Dingus Joe said a prayer real quick.
Yep. And you know who's not complaining about that interaction? Dingus Joe. He's going to be very happy with that.
He should just go for a 9 now. Just do it.
Yeah, the gods are on his side, so. Gods, God, whatever you believe in, they are on Dingus Joe's side.
That even game right now. 39-39. Down though to Nair. Classic bread and butter combo coming in from Game & Watch. Tried to do a falling up air. Not quite positioned correctly to fully connect, though. ColdWeather managed to hit the ground. And ColdWeather, he's kind of hip to the up smash. He said, I'm no longer going to land with the button, just wisely double jumps away afterwards.
Yeah. Game & Watch's platform pressure is so great between his neutral air and his up air. He's able to apply so much pressure to a character shielding above him. It's a very scary position to be against Game & Watch.
Ooh, and he goes for it there?
That's really surprising. I can't have to wonder if that was a misinput. Might have been meant to be like a back air or something.
I think maybe Game & Watch ducked under Marth's grab. That's possible.
Yeah, you know, you might be right about that. I could totally
Or the
see
low
that
profile.
happening. And we got a Game Watch rolling all over the place right now.
Not able to.
I don't think that would have killed across the stage, though.
He's at a lot higher than he was before. Granted, the rage isn't the same.
Yeah.
I really want to see ColdWeather just kind of run at him and up B the next time he shoots bacon. And just say, you're not going to do that. Please stop.
Yep. That would be staking the entire set on one decision. I definitely would find that very interesting.
I'm a man. I would do it. Oh, I'm positive that dash attack was a misinput.
Oh my God, and another dash attack. All right.
I think the first one's supposed to be an F tilt. I think the next one was on purpose.
Uh-huh.
Is he going to be able to? He does stands up and lands behind Game & Watch because he's doing a dash attack. Very scary. Manages to get
that dash attack. I think that was a weak hit. The strong hit would have been enough.
Is he going to get an up air?
Oh
He
my
got
God, the
up
tipper
air.
up air.
Got it.
He didn't just get an up air. He got a tipper up air.
And, you know, unfortunately, Dingus Joe sealed his fate. because of the fact that Game & Watch can't air dodge out of his up B.
Yeah.
So best case scenario, he did it down air, and ColdWeather spaced it beautifully, so it would have beat out a down air. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah, it's true.
And we now have a game 3.
Yep. Definitely. Dingus Joe found himself in a position where
you
he
can
did not
find
have
me
a lot
at
of options.
Nostradamus, by the way, by saying, is he going to up air, and then up airing and winning the match.
All right, so since we got Nostradamus on the mic here, who's going to win this next game?
Let me stare into my seeing 8-ball eye, which only kicks in 3 minutes into the match.
But no, Dingus Joe's going to elect to run it right back. I think he thought he should have won that game. I think he might have been a bit upset over that side B, which killed quite early.
He did, but I mean, it's something you always have to keep in mind. Not just because of Smash 4 and there's Rage, but it's Marth, there's a Tipper, you're one of the lightest characters in the game.
Definitely.
There's just so many factors.
And look at that shield pressure. ColdWeather finds his shield nearly depleted after that nair and an up air all on his shield.
And Dingus Joe firing right off, just not missing a step, clearly not letting that last match frustrate him. And wisely the air dodge to back air. ColdWeather's going to have to make a new game plan because right now, Dingus Joe is just running over him again.
And this is a common theme I'm noticing is he starts off very strong. He gets his B&Bs. He finds a lot of openings in neutral, and then it comes time for him to try to get the kill. And sometimes he manages to do it, but sometimes he doesn't. And that's when he finds himself in very tough positions.
Ooh, that almost did it.
Yeah, that was really scary.
And I wonder how much of that is because of the fact that Dingus Joe is having trouble killing, and how much of it is ColdWeather adapting and just avoiding that up smash, which was pretty much what did the last game.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was so scary. And when he tries to read the retreat.
Oh, and he air dodges, and that's it.
Yeah. And that was a percent in which he had no guaranteed follow-ups off of up air, but that air dodge allowed Dingus Joe to get a follow-up and take the stock. And now Dingus Joe has quite a big advantage. We'll see if ColdWeather can take the stock before this lead gets a lot worse.
He's definitely doing what he can. Only take 14. I lied, 21. Dingus Joe making the most of it, but getting a second.
A lot more.
Wow, now at 50.
Yeah, that neutraler to neutraler combo does so much damage at low percents for Game & Watch. Game & Watch is a character with a lot of options to rack up a lot of percent at low damage.
And Dingus Joe, it seems like he's really caught on to ColdWeather. You notice when he's going for attacks, oh wow, he's just going in and out so well. Like he's shooting a bacon to the left, running to the right, aware that ColdWeather's going to try to go back in to avoid it. And he just seems like he's really one step ahead of ColdWeather, unfortunately for him. This
Well, and
match.
that could have been a much harder punish. And wow, that killed really early.
It did.
Oh, and that's going to take stock,
That is it. And Dingus Joe takes it 2-1 over ColdWeather. Well-fought battle by ColdWeather.
Definitely.
I imagine we will see him next week.
Yeah.
And, a couple of changes, and he could have still brought this back. He could have won it, but it's just not how the cookie crumbled today.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit flustered after that first stock got taken off so quickly, and the lead just kept snowballing for Dingus Joe.
Yeah, you could see it by how many up Bs he was throwing out, and the up Bs weren't thrown out in the situation they were earlier. Earlier, it was a lot more guaranteed. This time, it was kind of like, I'm just going for it. Please stop.
Yeah, that's true.